Hi, this is Tomasso from Fleshgod Apocalypse, and you're watching The Age of Metal.
Hey everyone, this is Miguel with H Metal, and I'm here with Tomasso of Fleshgod Apocalypse.
Hello.
Pretty much almost 5 days, including this one before the tour ends.
Yeah.
How has been the tour from Fleshgod? And I think this is your third or fourth round in the United States, right?
It's actually the 8th.
The 8th?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and that is behind that.
Yeah. The first one was in 2010 with Suffocation and Faceless,
right,
and Decrepit Birth. And then every year we've been coming back 1 or 2 times. So yeah, this is the 8th, but actually the very first full headlining.
Yes.
Because we did last time we came with Septic Flesh, and it was a co-headlining. They were playing last. This is the very first time we're doing a full headlining tour here, and I have to be honest, it's incredible because we of course like every first time. I mean, America has always been really good for us, but anyways, we were obviously I don't want to say concerned, but of course, it's the first time, so you never know what's gonna happen. And we had a lot of sold outs, and anyways, always packed rooms. Never had a bad show until now, so it was great, really great. We got a 2 days ago, sold out before doors at Los Angeles at the Whiskey on a Monday. So
nice.
A lot of
Monday,
good
which
surprises.
is kind of one of those days that bands trying to avoid.
Yeah, they're really only good surprises, and the tour has gone really smooth. And it's not the first time we also work with the guys from Karakangren, and even in this case, it was perfect. I really think that also our package, also together with Abigail Williams, is really working very well. So everybody is super happy.
Actually, that was an interesting thing when I saw the cartel from this tour. Fleshgod and Karakangren, they have really strong stage presence.
Yeah.
You guys have your costumes, White Ark by Epic and by Symphony, and the guys of Karakangren are kind of ghoulish, phantasmagory things.
Great.
So those things that relates, how that helps to the whole environment, the whole mood of the show.
It's it's totally. I cannot at this point. I cannot even imagine how it could be a show without this. Just because it's our dimension, I guess, and it is something that really brings everything to just a different level. It is something vital for us, for the fact that our music, first of all, is extremely visionary, in a meaning that we really relate the music with the visual aspect in everything. So even when we compose the music and we arrange the music, we always start from a concept and from a whole idea that is behind the album, and we also write the music very often in relationship of the ideas that we have for the stage and for the video clips. So it is really if we are, in a way, we're always conceiving a sort of soundtrack.
Right.
So that really means that that visual aspect is something that cannot even be disconnected from our music, for which regards Fleshgod Apocalypse. So it is really, I think, like everything, it has its bright and dark sides, in the meaning that, of course, it takes really a lot of time to get into those characters and then make them work perfectly between each other. At this point, we are really happy because this is really a moment in which, especially with King, we achieved the sort of balance between many elements that we've been looking for a long time. And also on stage, I'm really seeing it's the first time we're doing a long run after like 1 year and a half, because we've been concentrating on the album. And I really see that every time we grow up, even in that aspect of the theatrical aspect of the music, we are really starting to, I don't even think anymore about what I'm doing. It's just getting into that character and getting lost, and that's really nice. And I think that's what people enjoy. It's the fact that it's not just watching a show, it's not just watching a concert, it's like going to a movie and having something that it's the music together with all the rest of the things that are going on.
Yeah, that's what it feels to be in a show like this, not just for you guys, but for Aggregate. It gives you a sensation of something else, that's more or less the heaviness of the music.
Absolutely.
Now, King came out on the 5th, almost 20 days ago, in the meantime that you guys were at 70,000 tons. How has been the response so far from the album? The album has been promoted since November, if I remember. How has been the response so far?
Incredible. Really.
That's good to hear.
It's almost boring. No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it's been great. I already had a very good feeling since the beginning, because all the press that I've been like working on, like all the promotion and interviews and also reviews that we had before the album was released, was already looking really good. And of course, the most important response is also obviously the fans that are listening to the music. I mean, already when we put out the Fool, it was crazy because we got like 200,000 views in like 3 weeks.
Nice.
So that was a blast. And also then with Gravity lyric video and the video clip for Coldest Perfection, things have been growing all the time. And now, I mean, I'm seeing that we're having so many good results. We are also in the US chart for the first time. And also I know that in Australia we also have very good position on the charts. I've seen that we are like 5th in Japan for like in one of the charts for like the best selling albums and stuff like that. So I mean, it's almost
It comes a little bit of a shock for you guys?
No, I wouldn't say a shock, because we are really hard workers, and we've been building things. So we already from the start, and also for the kind of good communication about the promotion that we had with Nuclear Blast for King, we had the feeling that obviously also the label has been, their interest, of course, has been growing throughout time, because we've been working well together, and we had obviously the feeling since the beginning that they were really taking care about pushing this album in a proper way. So it's been, it's been always a good collaboration until now. So we knew that we had obviously the channels to do this, and that was the right moment to do this. But on one hand, we are also surprised, because I mean, you expect the best, of course, but I didn't expect this good, to be honest. So
that's great.
It's just a good surprise.
Working since 2010, that's 6 years, and building it up, coming here often. And that's pretty much how bands get here. I mean, European bands is always so expensive to get here. It's so difficult to tour for them, and it's good. You guys have that perseverance and being faithful to the American crowd. So it's paying off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Labyrinth and King are quite different. If you listen to them back to back, what happened on King that didn't happen on Labyrinth?
Well, first of all, we really, beside the technical aspect of the composition, that is something that really takes a lot of just effort into studying and trying to understand how to put things. But in the meantime, from which regards the inspiration, we've always tried to really follow our own flow and put their things in the moment we felt like it was time to do that kind of thing. So Labyrinth and King are different also because they have been conceived differently. also because the concept itself was inspiring really different atmospheres and kind of approach to the music. So Labyrinth was really, from one point of view, Labyrinth is the most complex things that we ever put out, I would say.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things going on into it, and it's really like a labyrinth. Like the music was really
complex.
Yes, not that we lost complexity, because it's one of our characteristics. So I think there is still that complexity into King. But the main difference, musically talking, is that I would say, first of all, King is a much darker album. It's probably the darkest album that we have, because the idea itself in the concept and the characters that we are describing in this concept really inspired very dark atmospheres. And also, one thing that we really wanted to be there was the fact that before that complexity that you can always discover listening to it many times and discovering all the layers that are inside, we also wanted something that in many aspects was really in the face since the first listen. So we really wanted it to be like on two different levels, and I really like that, because I really think that actually in King there are many of the most direct Fleshgod songs until now, but in the meantime there's always that many details that are happening in the music, and then you can keep listening and discovering, and of course to be able to have this balance into the music, because it's also a matter of balance that we've been always searching for, of course, and I think this is the album in which we probably achieved the better balance into the elements. And obviously that is also due to the production, because of course working also differently on the production and having the chance for the first time to also work abroad, in this case with Fascination Street Studios, it's been obviously important, just because I think we've been growing throughout time, and we also did, we also found ourselves very happy also with Stefano Morabito in the beginning, but it's just a matter also of moving on and just experience different stuff. And for the kind of result that we were looking for, I really think that we made good choices on that side too, and that really helped the album to come out as it should.
How you guys ended up on that path from Italy all the way to James Baldwin up in Fascination Studios? I mean, he did the mix, I understand, from
and
the
mastering,
album, and mastering of the album. How you guys ended up with him, and how was the experience of working with such a producer, though?
Well, everything started from the fact that, indeed, as we were saying before, we obviously had a good support from Nuclear Blast, and we had the chance to invest some more money into the production. And we are known to be the kind of band who never settle, so we would never put away extra money and not using them for the art. So that means that every time we have the chance, it's a total reinvestment in what we do. So art in the first place. So that means that we had the chance to choose between some options, and simply for also very personal taste, we really like a lot of the work that has been done by Fascination Street in these last years, especially, and throughout history. Because me personally, Jens has been producing some of my favorite albums. If I just think about The Great Cold Distance from Catatonia, one of my favorite albums ever, and it's so good to be in 2004. What was that? It was mind blowing. Yeah, and it's been getting better and better. Also Last Symphony X. Really
and last year's the Amorphis album, Under the Red Cloud, it was an album that I rotate a lot on my iPod almost until the beginning of this year. It was amazing.
So many, especially and this year, for example, we this last year, we one of the albums we've been listening to the most was Last Symphony X, and same thing for that. It was amazing, and I really liked especially the fact that every band that has been going to Fascination Street has been keeping their character that they had previously, but developed in a more modern and really skilled way, I would say.
Kind of a different level.
Yeah, and we totally had the confirm about this when we worked with Jens, because since the beginning, he really gave us the idea of someone who is really able to combine the technical aspect of his job and the artistic aspect. He is not just a sound engineer, he's a producer, he's someone who knows also what the music needs to be interpreted in the right way, and really knows how to interpret himself what that music wants to transmit and put it in the right way. And in our case, it was extremely important because we have so many things going on that you cannot, think that everything can be always there. You really have to work on the dynamics too and make, all these different timbres into the orchestra, guitars, drums, vocals, come out and, go in and out in the different moments of the music to have this continuous flow and really have dynamic into the music. Because when music becomes like over compressed, that's always the moment in which you completely lose what the music wants to transmit. In this case, he was really able to work on the compressions and on the dynamics in the right way, and that's why we are so happy about the result. It's been a very, very good experience. So I can only wish we can have the chance to do it again in the future.
Definitely, that would be a great choice. A great choice.
I would love it.
Now, last time that I saw you guys was in a small room in the middle of the ocean at 70,000 tons a couple of weeks ago. And actually, I remember passing by the pool, one of the hot tubs, and you were doing a belly flop.
Yeah.
Did you participate in the contest?
No, I was not on the contest. That was like...
that was just a regular one?
Yeah.
I thought you were practicing, because I was walking and I was like, wait, is that Tomasso from Fleshgod doing the belly flop? You probably will be, practicing for the belly flop tomorrow. So how was your 70,000 tons of metal experience?
It was amazing. The only thing, the only negative aspect was, but I guess that for what I got, it's something that really happens very often on the boat, probably for the situation itself.
Right.
That we had a lot of technical problems during the first show on the pool deck. So we did obviously our best, but we had to cut a few songs just because there was something that was not possible to be solved in that moment. So that was a shame, just because it was the first show.
I think it was one of the last shows of that day. It was really around 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
And, we were so, I don't want to say angry, but disappointed, because a lot of people was waiting for that, and we had a very good crowd, even if it was so late.
But actually, we realized that it's never late on the boat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, we couldn't obviously play the whole set because of that. But it's stuff that happens. So we just gave our best, and obviously we also got the chance to make for it on the second day. It was a small room actually, but it was super packed. So and I really enjoyed the second show also because the first one, it was actually the very first show that we did for the whole King promotion. So never played one gig before, new songs. So a lot of tension, of course. But already the second day was totally different, much more relaxed. And I was really happy because a lot of the people who was at the pool that really came back to get the chance to see the whole show, and it was amazing. And of course, obviously useless to say that the boat is like a very different experience. Right?
Yes.
That's why I was doing the belly flop because you have to enjoy the whole
stage experience.
Also the fact that there is actually no actual backstage and like bands and people are just mixed all the time. So just meeting people. It's a very different thing. I really enjoyed that because like when you go to festivals, it's cool, of course, but there's obviously a big division between the two sides because for obvious reasons. But the boat is like a micro world for 5 days, and that's really nice because you can. And also with the musicians and all the people who works into music, it's so good to meet so many different people. It is incredible that we've been playing, doing tours since 2009 now, and of course, the most important metal bands in the history of Italy is Lacuna Coil, and we never met them before that, and it came out that we became like super good friends on the boat. So that's crazy because we were like, how is it possible that we never meet each other in any other situation? And we spent like a lot of time together, like eating or like going around and watching some concerts. And also Christina participated at the All-Star Jam session, and it was super nice. I think that's probably the thing that I enjoyed the most in the whole thing, because it's really nice to see like all these crazy musicians participating and playing like classic of rock metal music. That's crazy.
And it's fun. Now, I mean, I remember one thing that caught my attention from the boat was artists looking at bands. I remember watching Lacuna Coil actually on their second show in the pool deck. Next to me was Fernando from Moonspell. And then when I looked down, it was Charlotte from Delane and Simon Simmons of Epica looking at Lacuna Coil. So which band do you get to catch? Which band kind of like, you know, do you get the pleasure to see besides, well, for Lacuna Coil?
Yeah, beside them, you just said that I got the whole Moonspell show, and that was like...
The first one or the second one?
I think it was the first one. That was
the whole Irreligious album.
Yeah.
From the beginning to end. Yeah.
First of all, because of that, of course.
Right.
Like, great album. Second, because the sound was perfect. And third, because, I mean, last but not least, because I think they're always been one of the best live performing band ever. Like, I really love their performance. Their, you know, it's really a matter of charisma, and there's a lot of charisma there.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, they just the frontman will be already, you know, and looking at it from my perspective, of course, as a frontman, it's so much energy going on that I really loved that show. Then I got the chance to watch Iced Earth, of which I've always been a huge fan, and wow, you know, like, yes, of course. I mean, beside the fact that John Schaffer is inspiration, because I mean, one of the best rhythm guitarists in the history of metal, you know, always been that. So I mean, I've always been watching their shows, and every time I was like, how can this guy play like that? I don't even know. But still, I mean, the whole lineup, the whole concert was like, wow, mind blowing for real. And also I got the chance to see Incredible Field that I didn't catch in a long time, and I was really happy because I saw the pool deck show, and it was really nice, really nice.
That's around like midnight or something.
Yeah, I think I got just a couple of songs from Dragon Force, and I've been trying to watch them many times, but they were so unlucky the first time with the technical problems too. They played one song and then they replayed, but we were playing it like 1 hour later, so I mean, it was a little, because we also... I mean, their drummer Anzalone is a very good friend of ours. He's from Italy, so obviously we've been trying to catch each other all the time. And I got the chance just to see a few songs. It was really nice, but just a few songs, because I didn't actually, had the time to see other parts of their concert. And of course, the All-Star Jam was like.
Yes. We were talking about the for the rest of the year. What is on storage for Fleshgod Apocalypse? I mean, it's pretty much, you know, summer. What's going on?
There's a lot of stuff going on, and we're still working on, like, you know, more stuff to come. So I guess in general it's gonna be of course like 2 very busy years. We got a few headlining shows in the UK as soon as we come back. Like, we got like 5-6 days off, and then we leave for England and Scotland. We're doing that. We are participating at the Hammerfest there, and then we're doing like 6 headlining gigs. And the last one is like on March 17 in London at the Underworld. Then we're coming back again, and we have like 1 week to 10 days off during Easter. And then we're leaving again for direct support to Enciferum in Europe. So, and that's
gonna
really
be interesting.
it looks really
it's
nice.
A different crowd.
Yeah, it's very like mixed thing. Yeah. But you know, I think it's gonna be interesting. I know it's gonna be a great tour. I mean, I've been watching also like the clubs that we're playing, and it already looks amazing.
That's good.
And then we're planning stuff for May that I still can't, you know, officially talk about, because it's not confirmed. But we're planning to do other stuff in May. And then from June, actually, we're starting the summer festival season. So we're closing more stuff. We're working on to add more festivals. For now, we already have confirmation for Hellfest, Grass Pop, Metal Days, and a lot of other good stuff that is going on in Europe. So, and then we'll see. You know, there's so many places where we have or to come back or to go for the first time. I'm always saying we need to go to South America. We never went. But it's just a matter of time, because it's just a matter of, like,
Arrange the
understand.
right
Yeah, exactly.
things.
Understand when and what, and then of course, I mean, we will for sure will go back to Japan, China, Australia. Every time we've been there too has been amazing. So it's we just look at 2 years of heavy touring.
Well,
So
that's good. I mean, the
that's
album just came out. I guess it's a new cycle.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely looking forward for tonight again to
Thank
see you guys. Once again, I remember catching you on the Septic Flesh tour last time and at the boat. So definitely looking forward tonight for a more intimate show. Because I mean,
Yeah.
the boat, it was everybody from all over the world, but this time it's just more local,
Of course.
more intimate with you guys. And yeah, definitely good luck with the rest of the what is left from the tour and the European tour
Thank
with
you.
NC Firm.
Thank you.